And we start 13 News at 5 with breaking news tonight.
3 people, including the suspected shooter, are dead after a shooting at a private Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin. Several other people are hurt.
Jay Gray now shares what we're starting to learn about the student and the teacher who lost their lives today, and the ongoing investigation now into why this shooting ever happened in the first place.
Well, what I heard was ambulance, squad car, fire engine.
First responders rushing to Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin after reports of an active shooter inside.
The protocols are simple. Stop the killing, stop the dying, find out who's doing this. And the officers did that, and they did that adamantly.
Officers quickly identifying the suspected shooter, a juvenile, dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. While medics rushed to the victims, we now know at least 2 are dead, several others injured. As news spreads across the community, parents scramble to get to the K-12 campus.
And I just bolted out, drove down here, I called my husband, and he made his way over here.
Nervous families directed to a reunification center just a few blocks away. Students transferred there on city buses. Bethany Hyman's kids among the survivors.
It's the world that we live in, and but God is good, God is gracious, and my kids are safe. My family's safe.
Safe, but like this community, struggling.
The tragedy of all what the other kids have seen, the kids saw this and heard this, right before Christmas.
The season and their city likely forever changed. Jay Gray, NBC News.
The police chief there says officers did find a gun at the school after the shooting, and CNN is reporting that that was a 9mm pistol. 2 of the students hurt, we're told, are now in critical condition at this hour.
Just into our newsroom within the last few minutes, Indianapolis Metro Police tell us they have arrested someone, a male, a juvenile, for a stabbing that killed a girl this morning.
It happened just a few blocks southeast of Arsenal Tech High School here in Indianapolis. Emily Longnecker spoke with police and neighbors about what went down.
Minutes after police found a girl stabbed to death in the 400 block of Randolph Street, 3 nearby schools went into lockdown, including Arsenal Tech High School, just a few blocks away from the crime scene. IPS sent a message to parents about the lockdown and released a statement which said in part, quote, "All students and staff are safe in the buildings, and learning is continuing as normal within classrooms. Parents of these schools have been notified." Police spent the morning speaking with neighbors to see if anyone captured video of what happened on their doorbell cameras.
The victim was located outside the house, not in the street, but just to the south of the sidewalk area there.
A few hours into the investigation, IMPD officers were at Arsenal Tech High School, but wouldn't confirm why. Soon after, IMPD announced they had a person of interest in custody, but wouldn't say if that person was related to officers being at Tech or if the person of interest was a student. They released even fewer details about the victim, but asked for the public's help.
We also asked the community that think about that victim in this time so that you do come forward if you have any information.
And I'm happy to give whatever's going to be helpful.
Molly Kruger-Sanford has a home near the crime scene.
So it's really sad to think what can make someone want to do it to another person, especially so young.
The who and why still unknown. If police do know, they're not saying yet. Today's homicide marks the 201st of the year. On the east side, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
It's now 5:03, and again, IMPD just announcing within the last few minutes that they have made an arrest, a male, a juvenile, in connection with the young girl's death. We'll release more information as investigators share it with us tonight. And as Emily mentioned, that stabbing now marks a milestone, the 201st homicide in Indianapolis this year. And this is the 5th straight year that the city has reported more than 200 total homicides.
Our Anna Chalker looked into that today. She takes a closer look now at this deadly trend that's troubling Metro Police.
IMPD confirming to us they are investigating now 201 homicides from this year. One of the most recent ones happening here on Corinthian Court inside this apartment complex. Police say around 12:30 Monday morning, they found 23-year-old Dana Jones Jr. with gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, then died.
Every community in the city of Indianapolis deserves to be safe.
According to IMPD, they have investigated over 200 homicides every year since 2021. Overall, criminal homicides are down 32%, and the department says when the community steps forward, they help investigators solve these crimes.
The justice it's brought to the people, the victims that we've had in the past, that's because of community members coming forward. That's because of what the community does. That's because the community cares.
If you have any information regarding this homicide or any from this year, you're encouraged to call IMPD. You can call them at Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. In Indianapolis, Anna Chalker, 13 News.
All right, Anna, thank you. Also tonight, 2 women are in the hospital after police believe a shooter targeted them.
The shooting happened on Sawyer Court near 38th Street and North Arlington Avenue on the northeast side. Metro Police tell us that they found dozens of rifle shell casings at the home where the windows and the siding were covered in bullet holes.
Police did not provide an update on the conditions of those women except to tell us they were stable.
Tonight, a 15-year-old Cass County student is under arrest, accused of making threats toward other students. A county deputy assigned to Lewis Cass Schools as a school resource officer learned of the threat and then detained the student before the staff could issue a lockdown. The officer says he did find weapons on the student, but they were not firearms. The sheriff says they served a search warrant at the teen's home, where investigators found they found a potential hit list. The teen is currently in the Allen County Juvenile Detention Center waiting to appear in court.
And to Zionsville now, where one student is recovering from a minor injury after a crash involving a Zionsville school bus. Police there shared this picture here of the crash with us. 25 elementary students were on the bus at the time going home. Police say the bus driver was headed south on 5th when they were T-boned by a car heading east on Oak. Officers had to rescue the driver of that car, who was trapped, and then get them to the hospital.
Let's take a look outside. It is now 5:05 on this Monday night. It's been gray and it's been raining, but it's been warm. And Angela joins us now with what we can expect as the days tick on. Hi, Angela.
Hi there. Yes, warm for sure. 55 to 60 degrees right now, but as you mentioned it's been gray and it's been soggy most of the day. The rain is departing. We're still close to 60 right now. In fact, reporting 60 in Shelbyville and in Bloomington, close to it in Bedford at 58. 59 Columbus, and 58 degrees in Indianapolis. Mentioned the rain moving out. Sean at noon was tracking some of the heavier rain south and east. That has now moved on. Just some pockets of drizzle and a few spotty showers left from Mount Pleasant to Newcastle to Cambridge City, south to Rushville, and then back west to Greenfield. You're still going to find area roadways pretty wet at this hour, and still raining in Hope and Columbus, south to North Vernon. This will exit over the next couple of hours and will start to dry out and clear out. Temperatures will stay relatively mild over the next couple of hours, but then a cooler start tomorrow morning, and with that cool air and a lot of moisture left over, can't rule out some patchy fog. So that could slow us down early tomorrow morning. Morning temperatures in the 30s, so definitely that cooler start. Some sunshine tomorrow afternoon, but instead of close to 60, we'll be in the mid 40s, so about 15 degrees cooler than what we have right now. It gets cooler, even cooler, in the 7-day forecast, and we look ahead to a couple of snow chances too in a few minutes.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. And don't forget, you can always track the changing forecast if you have the Live Doppler 13 weather app. It's a free download in your phone's app store, and when you get it, you can also check the daily blog for updates as well. Other news now. Tonight, a suspect is under arrest after a shooting near a restaurant. This happened on the northeast side in Lawrence. And we're also learning the name of the person killed. The Marion County coroner identified the man who died as 32-year-old Jermaine Teppel. Someone shot him in the area of Pendleton Pike and North Post Road around 8:30 last night. Police did not say whether that shooting happened inside or outside Don Marco's restaurant. The suspect faces preliminary charges of murder and criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon. Tonight, Metro Police are trying to find the driver who hit and killed a man on a motorcycle. The Marion County coroner identified the victim as 40-year-old Jeremy Davis. That crash happened at the intersection of East 16th Street and North Post Road just after 8 o'clock last night. Police are asking anybody who may have any information about what happened to call Crime Stoppers. You don't have to give your name. The number is 317-262-TIPS. Temporary visitor restrictions now officially in place at hospitals all across Marion County. So this will impact you if you're planning to visit someone in the hospital. Keep in mind, you can't take any kids now. You must be over 18. You will also not be allowed to visit if you have any symptoms of respiratory diseases. That's what sparked these restrictions in the first place. Masks will be available for visitors who are going to see patients.
It's the season. All right, well, we tell you all the time about record travel numbers nationwide. Seems like we're breaking records every year, and mostly around holidays.
Absolutely, and tonight we're learning of a record set that was out at the airport, Indianapolis International on the west side. And the year's not even over yet, but already now it's officially the busiest year the airport's ever seen. The airport authority reports the airport broke a record last week. More than 10 million people traveling through its terminals. Interesting, because last week was not Thanksgiving and it was not Christmas.
That's right. And more than half those people traveled through the airport in the first half of the year for the All-Star game, right? Remember that one, of course, as well as the total solar eclipse and the Indy 500. It was a huge year.
Yeah, we spread it out, and there's still days to go
That's right.
in the year to add up those numbers.
It's not over yet.